is an interactive show where high vibe souls come together to read energetic patterns through the evolution journey deck. Are you ready to expand into the cosmos and connect with your star family? Sit back, relax, and connect into the frequency of your highest potential with host Kathy Reed.
Okay, so the first, I just wanted you to to get the frequency of the cards that are there. And I even picked one of these new cards from Jules. They're the I Am cards. And it was perfect with what we're doing. So the first thing I want to do is you can see the cards, and I'll put the camera back on me, and then I'll lift each card up as you guys are interpreting them. So the first thing we want to do is just set the stage to do an activation to bring us into the space, so that when you're doing the reading, you're really coming from the divine. So everybody just put your hands on your heart, and we're just going to bring in the white blue light. That white blue light is going to just move over the top of your head, down, and it's going to pause for a second at the 0 point. And as it pauses for that second, it's sending impulses to all of the pituitary, the hippocampus, the thyroid. It's sending all of that blue-white light, so it's just infusing those areas with this beautiful frequency. And then we're going to take it down our spine, and it's going to sit at the tailbone, and then it's going to come up. And as it's coming up with that fluid, which the brain sits in this fluid, we're going to see it come up, and it's raising the frequency and setting the tone for the reading we're going to do for this beautiful rest of June. And so we're gonna do this 2 more times. We're gonna breathe in. We're going to take it over the top of we're gonna trace this blue white light over the top of our head, sitting at the 0 point for a second to bathe all of the organs. We're gonna take it down the spine. And as it's coming up, we're gonna raise the frequency of the blue white light, and you're going to just breathe it out so that we're sitting in this beautiful frequency. We're going to do this 1 more time. We're going to take it over top of our head. We're going to take it down the spine, up the spinal column, and breathe it out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see the universal master cell in the middle of our brain. And in that universe, this is going to be a universal reading for everybody that comes in contact with it. So we're going to actually do something a little different. We're going to see the hydrogen bonds, the H3O2, the lactase, and we're going to see that all just starting to spin and spiral and move. We're going to move this into frequency. And we're going to take it from the universal master cell, and we're going to just set it in our high heart. And that's what we're going to do this reading from, is from our heart space. And so what I want to know, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got almost enough to do it. The first, we're going to do a divine blueprint reading. And so we're going to read the 6 cards, and when we're going to read the frequencies of the 1st and the 4th, the 2nd, and the 2, and all the symbols that are the same, and then the up and down. And so who wants to do the 21?
Yep.
Okay, Gabriella. Okay, the second position, Who wants to do the 15, which is the second position?
I will.
Okay. The third position is a 31. Okay. Denise. And then we have the fourth position, which is the 6. Okay, Doriana. The fifth position is the 8.
I'll do.
Okay. And I'll do the last position. No, Jennifer, you haven't picked one yet. Do you want to do the last position?
I'm going to listen in. This is my first time kind of doing this.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
perfect. I'll do the last position.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hold the card up, and then I'll say the name of the person, and then you just give us the interpretation of what you feel that card is representing in the position it's representing. So the first card is going to be Gabriella. It's in the first position. It's where we're at right now. It's the 21.
So acknowledging in the now where we're at, that we have stepped up into a mastery level of creation, the 2 and the 1, the 3. We're here and we are in a network and a creating and expanding a network of light, of frequencies, of particles, of possibility. We have the white blue light behind us, guiding us as we go along. We're in a place of creation, of limitless depths. That's the background. And I'm just looking at the triangle also at the top, and we're guided into the right direction at all times.
Mhm. Thank you, Gabriella. That was great. Okay, the next one is going to be Serena, and this is a fun one. 15.
Yes, I love that card. The embodiment of the 6, the soul family at a more divine level, creating with people that are already in divine reflection. And it shows the bloodline, which I think is so profound. And I also see the bloodline, but I also see particles of possibility in that really profoundly, the way it's displayed. And we just know that we're seeing everybody and their highest potential and coming together as this incredible community of divine beings that are on a mission. And we are just so firm in our foundation that we are just going forward together to create the new human, the new leadership, the new community. Our soul family is just profoundly there. I mean, we're just really, I wouldn't be surprised if we aren't related by blood, even though we don't know it.
Beautiful, Serena, beautiful. Are you complete?
Yes, sure.
Okay, all right. Now, Denise, we're going to bring in this beautiful 31.
31. Well, this is the mastery level of our foundation. You know, I know in our community within the DQ platform, we've been building for at least 2 years. And I love what you said too, Serena, about those particles of possibility. And the 31 is just all the lights are igniting, illuminating, and we're all like little sparks just going out, spreading the word and creating new foundations based on what we're learning, what we're willing to share. And, you know, at the center of it is that divine white light. So it's telling us that we're very supported by the divine and what we're moving into. And so, you know, this is in the position of what needs to be seen or heard, or what is it that you need to know. And so what I'm hearing is the divine wants us to know he's got our back, We're being supported, and it's time for us to be the spark and let our light shine.
Perfectly said. The next one is Doriana. It's our 6.
It's my favorite soul family forming, and as our soul family of everyone in the community, but also our soul family with the rest of the earth and all the beings on earth, and of the universal soul family, all of our star brothers and sisters, and those who are in the other dimensions that are here giving us support and backing and education at the moment when we're going through all these wonderful things with our soul family, soul cells in our body that we're developing in this new light living cells that are coming into form as we speak. and
And
as
I'm
we
thinking
live.
also, this is just a continuation of your beautiful NEP share. This one is just embodying that.
Yeah, and I see all those little globules. It's the like amoebas, like one cell particles, which the whole earth started as like one cell, the whole living aspect, which came about because of fungi and of a big mass of protoplasm that just went out and then started individuating and creating from the DNA that started being injected, who knows how. But that's kind of what's happening now, is that we're all coming back into this one big blob of a soul family, each with our own individual gifts and reasons and mission that we came here to be at this time. And it's a happy happy little spreading of the globules.
And what I'm noticing for the first time in this card is how much is flowing, how much it's like undulating and moving, and I'm really seeing that today. So thank you, Doria.
Thank you.
Ashara, you get to interpret the 8.
Yeah, the 8. Well, I don't even know why I was drawn to this card, but I was immediately. It feels to me like this is, as above, so below, as within, so without. This is to me like the cells are reflecting the community. So the cells are becoming light infused. I mean, this is kind of going on from what Doriana just said, because that was the flow into it. And this is kind of like the anchoring, feels like the anchoring of this, of our cells being light infused and light embodied. And that is the so within, and the so without is reflected in the community, the broader community. And that we all perfectly fit together in this like cellular matrix, which is reflected in our actual cells and reflected in the community at large.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now I'll interpret the new frequency coming in. The card that was chosen for that is the 32. This is that freedom and in us getting out of the matrix. And the 32, it's and it also requires another further information. And the further information is the 17. Again, it's the embodiment level of the 8. And so we have the 32, which is, that 32 is just that beautiful place of freedom, sovereignty, It's us not being led around by the matrix. It's us moving out of the matrix and moving into something totally new.
Yeah.
The 17 is the 8. And if you notice this 8, it's moving into a beautiful frequency. It's moving, the 1 and the 7, you have, I mean, this is just a real pivotal card, because the 1 and the 7, you got 1, which is leadership, and then the 7, which is moving out of the loop and creating this sovereign place for ourselves. So we have the 32 and the 7.
Kathy,
Yes.
on that, hold up the 17 again. I just saw something I've never seen before. Those circles are kind of an 8. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
can
oh
see
my
that
God,
right now.
that's an 8. I mean, in a, you know, in a kind
In
of
an
a,
abstract way.
yeah, but I'm like, oh my God, that's an 8. Yeah. So that's all.
That's good. Now I'm going to show you the card we chose of the I am cards. It's perfect. It says, I am a wayshower. See yourself living your mission, giving hope to all humanity. And isn't that what we're doing? Look at how beautiful that card is.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I just cut the deck, and that was the card we chose. Gabriella.
And it's also a 32 on that card.
Yeah, it is. 32. So you can't make this stuff up. I'm sorry. And it's so it's so divine. So if we kind of read the frequencies, everybody's read their card. If you look at the overall picture, now I'm going to do the divine reflection. We have, and you guys can just unmute and tell you what. So this is the first card is the 21, and it's reflected with the 6. So I'll give you my interpretation, and then anybody that wants to add anything, feel free. So you've got the 21, and that's the web of soul family. And so they really do go together. It's the first position, the 21, which is creating a brand new frequency. This is the 3, the mastery level of the 3, where it's going out, it's pulling in all of us beautiful souls that are working together. Because this platform is there's no other platform out there that's like ours. It's this is a very unique platform because we're working with the abstract so much, and we've all agreed to come in. This is part of the mission. This is part of the Starseeds. And then we have the 6, which is the movement of soul family. I said that's the reflection. You've got the 21 and the 6 reflecting on each other. Anybody want to add anything on that?
And on both of those cards, you see the little triangles, yeah? The 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1.
Very good.
Yeah, that's true, because you can see this one right here, the triangle's here.
Yeah.
And this one right here, the triangle is red. So it's embodying the 1 to the 2 to the 3.
And in the soul family, the 6, the little globules are breaking off. So it's the soul, and then the little babies are coming off. And so we're all little babies of this big soul.
And we're supporting each other. Isn't that the New Earth way? Is that we support each other, and we are in divine collaboration. And we're not in competition. We're in total support of what each one of us have to offer. Okay, so we're going to do the other 2, which is we have the first card is the 15, which is the one you did, Serena, it's the ascended bloodlines is what I'm seeing in that 15. So we've got the 6. We've got 2 6s. We've got the awakening level of the 6. This is the embodiment level of the 6. So the ascended bloodlines are being cleared so that we have the ability to just express, because that's where we're going. We're going from programming to expression. And then we have the 8, which is backing that up. And this is all the particles of possibility that we have with this 8. This could be money. This could be, it's just an abundance of the 8. We all have the ability to bring in whatever we need without reflection.
I see it as people too. You
Mhm.
know, growing our community abundantly.
Yeah. And as we're pulling people in, we, Doriana, we have that 6, which is bringing those new people in. They're resonating, they're finding us, and they're coming in with this 8. Because if you notice on this 8, you've got this line. And this black line, I feel, is the line in the sand where we say, yes, I'm ready. Yes to the divine. Yes to moving out of your programming. So it's so you got the 8, and it's just, so you're moving from, if you look at this is kind of a little bit lighter on this side than this side. This side of the line is more defined up here. And so it's like saying, okay, I'm here. Show me. Because isn't that where we're at? Is we're in that place of show me. And then we move into the up and the down. We've got the 31, which is what the divine wants us to know. And we're creating that mastery level of our foundation. And if you look at that card, it looks like a bullseye. So you got 3, which is expression, 1, which is leadership, moving into where you're in the center, and all of these rays are moving out into the community and shining, is what I'm seeing with that. Then we have the, we move up into the 32, which is the divine expression. I look at that 32 and I'm seeing today that wormhole. We're removing from our programming straight up the wormhole into frequency.
And doing it really fast.
Mm-hmm. It's like a rocket ship.
Yeah, really fast. Big change.
And then we have the 17, which is our new platform coming into form. It's like it's starting to get very cohesive with the 17. The 17 is 1 leadership, and it's 7. It's asking us to please move out of our loop. We create that loop, and we're moving into divine teachers. And it's starting to move into there. So anybody want to reflect on those 2 cards?
I do.
Okay, to go, Doriana.
Uh,
Got the floor.
between the was it 31 and 6. So 6, the soul family, is like globules. And when I used to be a chemist, we used to work with mercury. And if you would break a thing of mercury, and it would just go all over all these little globules, but then if you played with it, which it was very toxic, but we didn't know that. It was more fun to play with it. But when they come together, then they go back into this one
thing. Yeah.
particle of glob.
Yeah, changes the molecular structure.
And then the 31.
31, yes.
So hold that up a second. So we've come now to this place where it's light, and the light is going out, and you see all the little particles of light So that's the new, the new way that we're coming out as our soul family in this new way of being like independent light particles, but part of that center light.
So, okay, now we've read all the cards and we've reflected the divine reflection on them. Now we want to set the code in to into frequency. Also, I want to just have us, we're already in that state of expression. So I want to just bring in the hydrogen atom, the hydrogen bonds, the H3O2, the lactate that holds in the body, and we want to just hold those so that it can just express, because that's what we're going for, is just total expression. And the code that we're going to set into place is 3, 6, 4, 6, 8, 5, and 8. We have 2 6s, 2 8s, and this is very significant because it's creating this cohesion with the 2 6s and the 2 8s. So we're going to just watch this code. We're going to watch it just swirl. We're going to watch it working with the ion grid, the hydrogen bonds, the H3O2. We're just watching it sequence and download into every cell of our body, because we want to see this, but we want it to express in our body. It's just going to express the brilliant consciousness, the beauty that you are. It's just like it's in expression now with this new code. Watching it lock in. Thank you. I love you. It is done. So that's a pretty good frequency read for the rest of the month of June.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And we've been coded to hold that. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for being here with me, because I love working with family. I love working with you guys. It's like I could do a podcast by myself, but I don't want to. I want you guys to be a part of me, part of this, and work with this. So the last thing we're going to do is just bring in this card again. I am a way shower. See yourself living your mission, giving hope to all of humanity. That's what we are. That's what we're doing. So we're almost at time. So we've got probably about 5 more minutes if anybody else would like to share anything. It's up to you. It's open.
This was delightful, Kathy, really delightful. I love just the community that we are, and the group that's here just warms my heart.
Thank you. It's all about us. We, unity. That's where it's at. And I just wanted to tell everybody that Denise is getting ready to do a class. It's called The Art of Becoming. Anybody that has taken the class before are welcome to join. And Denise is an excellent teacher. So if anybody's the least bit drawn to this class, consider it. And also Ohm Code certification is starting next Wednesday. If anybody, I know you guys have all taken it. Ashara hasn't. I don't think, Jennifer, you've been in the Ohm Codes level 1, but the DQ cert is the prerequisite for this. And I'm inviting everybody. This is what we have coming up.
And Kathy and I are getting to teach it.
Yeah. And we also have another journey card class coming up. Anybody that's taken the class is welcome to sit in. That starts on July 6th. And so just kind of giving you a little bit upgrade on the calendar. Gabriella?
And there seems to be a new person here, Willie. Hello, Willie.
Oh,
Wiley or Willie, I don't know. Hello.
hello. I didn't see that. Welcome to Starseed Continuum. Even if you haven't unmuted yourself, we really enjoy you being here and listening in. Well, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now so that
Thank you for listening to Starseed Continuum, where we connect you to your highest evolutionary pattern. To learn more ways to play with the Star family or to be a part of this live interactive show, visit activateevolution.com. Now go and live your highest potential.